Welcome back to Thrall. So last time on Thrall, we went to the Jagged Lagoon, we recruited Raphael, we also returned to, I think it was Aleston, to find Davenport's missing wife. And we, after clearing the Jagged Lagoon, we went back there for Raphael to find the Royal sword that increases the drop rate of enemies, so we should be getting a lot more loot with this thing. Now that we have more of a full keep with lots of crew members, we have been instructed to head to the Shrouded Peaks to seek out the former spymaster of the king in hopes of finding more information as to where Brutus has been taken. So we are going to jump right into that. I don't think we really need to worry too much about our gear. We've already checked all the shops and everything. I think we're pretty much ready to go, so we're just going to go straight for it. Yeah, nobody's got any conversations, no side missions available. Let's just leave. Okay, and now we can go to the Shrouded Peaks, where we can find the Spymaster. Let's go. Ugh, this is exhausting. Just how far have we come? Feels like we've been climbing for ages. We haven't even started yet. This is the largest mountain range on the continent. It's hard to see how tall they are due to this fog. That's why they're called the Shrouded Peaks. So we're not even close, is that it? Great. Once we begin climbing, it'll get harder. The terrain makes it difficult to navigate, and the animals that make their homes here won't be nearly as hindered. Any winged creatures will have no problem coming straight for us, and we could easily get stuck. Even land-born creatures will be hardier than most. We'll have to tread carefully. Sure would be nice if we could turn into bats. Hey, maybe we can find a vampire to help us out. Not funny, Damien. Well, if we want to find out where Brutus has been taken, we need information. We've no choice but to push through. Let's find this tavern and the spymaster Jafar mentioned. So with this dungeon, there's going to be... We're basically on cliffs, but there are going to be some winged enemies that can just fly straight for us. They completely ignore the terrain. And there are these ladders that we have to climb up and down that can slow us down. A goat? Okay, I actually completely forget what equipment that I have. It looks like I gave Damien a really good mace by the looks of things. I completely forget what everyone else has. Okay, Mel's got that disorienting spear. Right, and Lionel has the royal, which is why we're going to be getting a lot more loot from these enemies. Static rod and a knife. I saw a chest down here. Yeah, there's a bat. Okay. Nice. Okay, so... Oh, right, and now Damien has that ability where he stays in stalking for 5 turns after it ends. So that's kind of nice. Alright, let's go for... Oh, a torch. Nice. Okay, yeah, these goblins are definitely gonna... be a little bit of a challenge. Static javelin, okay. Icy staff and a headband. No improvements. Alright, let's head for the exit. It's a nice view. Even though it's just a stock RPG Maker asset, it's not even something I... Yeah. Yeah, what can I say? It's a good parallax. Okay, there's a hawk there. Blah, okay. Ice burst. Got it. Helm. You know what? Yeah, sure. We'll give that to Mel. Less crit isn't as important. There we go. Okay. Moving on. Oh, there's a chest. Invigorating shield. It's got regen. I think it's time to replace... Arguably, Mel needs it more. Her shield is definitely trailing behind. Yeah, we'll give that to Mel. Yeah, I do want to replace Damien's just cheap white shield soon, but for now, we'll just have to stick with, yeah, for now, Mel needs it more than Damien does. Did we already find the exit? I can't remember. That, okay. Mel, try a drive. Right, I forgot, she's got Chaos, so she's got Ice Element on her weapon because she used Ice Burst. Warp Nut, do I have one of those already? I do, so I don't think we need that. Okay, where is this exit? There it is. We're right beside the exit, okay. I do want to look for chests though, never know. I would really hate to find like to leave a floor and then find out that, oh, there was actually a gold chest on that floor that we missed. No avoiding the hawk that time. Just attack. And Mel attack. Yeah, it's just one. No need to overthink. Oh, okay. Yep, so the bats can still turn into new bloods. Gotta watch out for that. And they're more... They look more like travelers. They've kind of got capes and cloaks and traveling clothes for being in the mountains. That makes sense. Heavy knife and healing cloak. Okay. Healing cloak. Might finally be time to replace this armor. As good as this armor has been, it's only level 6. And if we can replace regen for regen... What does Damien have for skills? He does not have Knife Man. Okay. There we go. And now he's got... Yeah, he still keeps that regen. And that looks kind of cool. Blue cape, blue armor. Nice. Icy Rod and Spear. Okay, no. Let's just go back to that exit. Move on to the next floor. There it is. Okay. Ah! Nope, can't escape the bats. Let's try a drive. See if we can apply burn to both. Nope, just one. That's fine. Lionel can take out one, and then the burn can finish off the other. Done. Hat. Okay. Where's the exit? No chest up there. Oh, there's one over there. We don't need copper dust. I just want to see. I can't really. Weakening sword and a fierce javelin. There we go. No. Okay, we're gonna start filling up our bag really fast now that we have that royal. So we probably don't want to overthink our inventory management. Just kind of okay. If it's white rarity, ignore it, salvage it, whatever. This would be a good time to use a bomb. That's a perfect time to use a bomb. Light rapier, grounded hairpin. Huh. Less defense, a lot less evasion. And no regen, no. No. There we go. Yeah, higher rarity stuff's always going to sell for a little bit more, so prioritize rarity over everything else. Oh, okay, this is a good time to use a torch. Oh, and there's the exit right there. We've been really lucky with that, actually. Oh, shoot. Ooh, okay, daunting. An elite bat. Overdrive and overdrive gain rate is crippled. So, here's what we'll do. Stalking, shock burst, aura, attack, Mel go into cover, Lionel just pass your turn, and now hopefully the overdrive or overkill would be enough to not quite finish off the bat, but did a lot of damage. That's nice. A hardy buckler. Okay, so it's got regen. It's got a lot of health. Holy smokes. I think that's a good thing to give to Damien. I don't care about this brooch. But that shield can absolutely go to Damien. I want to give him as much regen stuff as possible. So that's perfect. Okay. Fireproof cape over the cuirass. Oh, that's just a straight improvement. There's nothing... Yeah, okay, perfect. Well, Mel, you get that then. And now she's got red armor and a black skirt. That's cool. Alright, let's just move on. We're finding some good stuff. There's the exit again. Okay. Okay, these mountains are a little winding. Let's just face this goat. Blah. Cape. No. 30 gold. Nothing over there. Oh gosh. Blech. Okay, fine. Ooh, 3 ice bats. Do I have a... No, I don't have a fire bomb, but I've got a shock bomb. Let's try it. Okay. Here's my thought. Attack this guy. I was going to use drive, but I'm actually realizing both those hawks are seized. I'll use shock burst and see if the chain damage will take them all out. I'll use shock burst on this one. Well, it took out 2 of them. Doesn't look like that one's taken out, but it is. A dagger and a death bloom. Okay. Ah, just perfect. Ice burst. Tough buckler. That's a lot more health. Oh yeah, that's just good all around. 1 less evasion and no weak resist, but everything else is good about it, so we'll definitely take that. And an orange, and we'll give that to Lionel right now. Done. Fire cherry. A resistant shield and a cape, nothing crazy there. Good. Okay, and let's move on. Floor 7, okay. A knife and a helm. Decent stats, but I don't want to get rid of that regen. Okay, there's the exit. Let's look around, see if we can find... Oh, there's one more chest there. Ah, okay. Fire burst on you. I haven't been using my overdrives at all. Let's go for that. Let's see if we can take this guy out. There we go, 1 hit. And... Oh, shoot. Oh, what did I just do? Oh, it blew him. He blew himself up. Okay, sure. Static trident. Okay. 219. 176. That's less. Yeah, good enough. Oh, that's funny. I'm not going to use a healing item right now, though. I'll probably just throw Damien into cover next battle. Yeah, go into cover. Mel, use Invigorate. Lionel, attack. Stay in cover for now, Damien. Let your regen armors and being in cover top you up. And yeah, I think we're good with that. Go into stalking. Oh, perfect, and they both tried to target him. You know what? Finish it off. Oh, shoot. Okay. That's fine. Save stalking for next battle. Weak bomb, absolutely. Ah! Fine. Okay, we'll go with shock burst. Good. Damien, finish it off. Stack up some overkill. Nice. Lionel attack, Mel attack, and we're good. No good. Ha! Perfect. Nothing useful. But we can salvage those things, get some materials. We're already at 41. At this rate, we'll be able to craft something pretty good by the time we get back. Maybe. Maybe not. I suppose I should take this. Shock bomb. That actually could be good. Uh-oh. Do we have another torch? No, we don't. Okay, so we're just gonna have to kind of be... it's a little hard to see, but we can navigate at least somewhat. Okay, attack. Nice, good hit. Mel, fire burst. Lionel, finish it off. Attack. 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 Done. Ah, nope. Okay. Okay, here's the exit. Oh, there's a chest over there. I can see it just faintly. Oh, okay. Do we go for it? I think we have to. Even without a torch, it's... Oh, the chance that we could find something good is just... Yeah, we can't pass that up. Let's try a drive. Nice, okay, that's one finished off. Oh, I can't use stalking because I'm seized. Great, okay. We've been gaining some levels and we haven't been spending our skill points. So everybody's got 2 now. Well... You know, maybe we just say... Oh no, I'll give Lionel empathy for sure. Mel... Hang on to it for now. Same with Damien. Okay, we're gonna try to make our way around, see if we can find how to get to that chest. Because if that... You never know when you might find like a legendary or something. Okay, I've already got a shock bomb, I don't think we need to. Oh, okay, and an elite enemy. Alright, let's take out the little guys first. Good. Okay. Nice, good hit. So, I don't know if you've been noticing, this mace that Damien has a knockback accessory. When it hits an enemy and their green movement gauge is not yet full, it will cut that gauge in half. So we've been able to actually knock back this goat twice so that it wasn't ever able to get a chance to attack us. Oh wow, good hit, Lionel. Anionic ring. Hello. Okay, shock resist basically, but not bad at all. I think that's gonna go to Damien though. Yeah, I'm gonna give that to Damien. So I need to get rid of a few things there. Damien, you can have that ring. There we go. Nice. And double sword, double spear. Okay. Well, the chest wasn't worth it, but the elite probably was. Oh, okay, the hawks are back. Let's go with Fire Burst. Lionel attack the weak hawk. And Damien finish off the weak hawk. There we go. Mel, Ice Burst. Lionel finish it off. A Lucky Curus. Oh! Only a little less resistance, quite a bit less evasion, but way more defense and health. And less crit, that's nice too. Yeah, that's gonna be better than what Mel has. I don't mind finding all this... Oh, okay. Deadly enemies deal more damage. Nice, 2 elite enemies on this floor, that's fantastic. Let's see if we can get through these guys without a hitch. Oh, okay, that was a little bit of a hit. Attack. Lionel, use Aura, and because of cleansing, that'll cure the burn. Perfect. Great. Awesome. Inviolable Shield. Less crit and shock resist. That might go to Mel, and then I'll give the Invigorating Shield maybe to Lionel instead. Or maybe I'll just give this to Lionel. Yeah, actually that might be the better way to go. Yeah. There we go. Okay. Alright, we found some really good stuff. Floor 9, and there's a chest and an item in the exit right beside us. Grounded helmet and a cuirass. Oh, that's a lot more health. But I don't want to get rid of the regen. Okay, how about the helmet here? Oh, that might be... That's a lot of defense, but it's a lot less resistance. Whereas that's pretty much better. Oh, but -6 evasion and losing the regen? You know what, I think I'll give that to Lionel. I think he could make good use of that. Do I have a... Yeah, that's good. Nope. There we go. Do we look around for one more chest? See if we can find one? Let's do it. Oh, okay. Nope, you cannot follow me down a ladder. No. Dang it. Okay. Alright. I'm gonna save the overdrives, because I think we're close to the end of the dungeon. And I want to save some for the boss. Aura's actually currently active, let alone cooled down. Shield. Imps. Mel, use Ice Burst. There we go. Okay. Fire Cherry. No, we don't need that. Okay. One last check. I don't think there's another chest, so let's just move. Let's move on. Yeah. Yeah, and we're at the peak now. Finally. I thought we'd never find this place. No kidding. With this elevation, it gets a bit hard to breathe. We can rest for a bit now. Or, we can rest for a bit now that we're here. Remember, we're not here for fun. We should probably keep our wits about us. Food and water would be great, but we might want to stay away from the alcohol. Mel, no offense, but hell no. After a climb like that, I'm finding the coldest, most refreshing cider I can get my hands on. Damien, let's just get inside, shall we? Let's try to get a seat at the bar and see what Let's try to get a seat at the bar and get what information we can from the bartender. Agreed. Let's go. Okay, give me one quick second. I just got to check something. And we're back. Okay. Let's get inside the tavern. Busy place. There he is. Not enough seats at the bar, though. What should we do? Just grab another table and wait for someone at the bar to leave? There's one seat. Lionel, you're good at making friends. Why don't you go up and chat up with the bartender, see what you can learn? Sure. You do grab a table, see if you can eavesdrop. Maybe you'll catch something I miss. This is so much more fun with Brutus here. Hey, pal, what can I get for you? Gin, neat, please. Sure thing, pal. Thanks. Have you been here long? Seems like a clever spot for a tavern. You must get lots of traffic. Yeah, it's not bad. It can be tough to get supplies sometimes, but I got my connections. I've been here for years now, so I know my stuff. Really? Years? I thought... Never mind. Alright, pal. Enjoy a drink. Howdy, folks. What can I get you? Cider, if you got it. Same for me. Coming right up. This gin is good. Did you make it yourself? Yeah. There's juniper berries all over this mountain. I make most of my own booze. Impressive. Where'd you learn to do that? Family trade. My old man was a brewer and I learned everything from him. Huh. You ever work at the Capitol? Should I have? Sure like asking questions. I'm just a bartender, sir. Of course. I didn't mean to assume. Alright, well, enjoy your gin. Is this really who we're looking for? Sounds like he's just a bartender. Maybe Jafar was wrong. Jessica Stevens, we know you're here. Come out. Oh no. No, no, no. Well, hello, boys. I take it you ain't here for a drink and a nice chat. Jessica Stevens, you're under arrest for treason against the crown. Surrender any weapons you have and come quietly. Tempting, but I think I'll pass. You intend to resist? Looking that way? I thought you were smarter than this. That's enough, Seth. Let her go. Lionel? Is that you? It can't be. Long time no see, Seth. I thought you were dead. We all did. In fact, no, you can't be alive. If you're alive, then that means... That's right, Seth. Means I'm a deserter. We found your unit. They were all dead. Some were devoured. We thought you'd been eaten, same as the diplomat. Some days I wish I had been. I ran. Abandoned my unit and my duty to save my own skin when I realized we were all going to die. I left them all for dead. Do you have any idea what you've done? The diplomat wasn't just some woman. She was the Princess of Gran. Your failure to escort her is the reason we went to war with them. And you fled. Instead of reporting back, you fled. You treasonous son of a bitch. I know, Seth. I've lived with regret of the decision every day for the last 4 years. I know the cost of my actions. And I know that the penalty is death. But right now there's something I must do. I've lost a good friend. Someone who's already been through enough hardship. Until I get him back, I can't die yet. No. You're a traitor. You're coming with me, Lionel. You're under arrest. I can't do that, Seth. You mean to fight me? You really think you stand a chance against the man you once served under? The man who taught you how to fight? I'm not going with you, Seth. I don't want to fight you, but I will if you leave me no other choice. So be it. Draw your blade, traitor. Seth and the Royal Guard emerged. Okay. Oh, and we have Bottle Throw. Inflicts damage and changes enemy weakness to fire. So we can just throw bottles of booze at people and make it so that they can be lit on fire easier. Let's try that. Yep, that sure works. Oh, I can't remember actually what the best way to fight this guy is. Okay, you know what we're gonna do? Stalking. We're gonna take out the Royal Guards first. Right, I think Seth always comes with a fire weapon because of that. They can also throw bottles at us. This is basically your typical bar fight. Okay, I'm gonna... Oh, Seth has aura. Right, because he taught Lionel how to fight. That's the whole point. Okay, take that guy out. Mel. This guy is not weak to fire, he just resists ice. I guess that's the blue armor. He's got some ice resist armor equipped. So let's throw a bottle and change that weakness to fire. There we go. Yeah, now the cursor's changed. He's weak to fire now. Okay. There we go. Okay. I'm actually not doing nearly as much damage as I thought I would. Oh, he can use healing items too. Okay, we'll use Sweep. He's not really hurting us too badly, so I think we'll be okay just to keep pummeling away at him. Okay, we have Fire Burst triggered right now, so we've got a fire weapon. Let's use Impale. Oh, how did I miss the first hit? That's lame. Okay. Lionel use Aura. And let's use Shock Burst. Give us some crit chance on our weapon with high voltage. Okay, the booze wore off, so let's throw another bottle. Okay. And now Fire Burst. Oh, he's got shield as well. Oh, shoot. Does burn? Okay, burn does drain his health, and we can burn him while he's shielded. We just can't actually deal any external damage to him. So anything that, like, applies directly to him as, like, a status is fine. But shield isn't letting us actually hurt him. Okay, let's use Stalking. Lionel... Attack. Oh, shield wore off. Okay. Attack. That's fine, you can hit us all you want. Let's keep up that bottle throw. And Fire Burst. Nice. I wonder if, when he gets his overdrive gauge almost full, I'm gonna want to switch to using that Shock Bomb and maybe Shock Burst to silence him, or seize him, I should say. But we might not need to. We've actually almost got him here. And for whatever reason, he just wants to keep throwing bottles at us. He has no intention of actually attacking us. Yeah, he's done. You know what? Let's guarantee an enemy drop. Gotcha. That wasn't so bad. A Viper Short Sword and a Robust Circlet, as well as a Tranquil Flower. Okay, the Viper Short Sword's kind of useless, but the Robust Circlet, it's got cooldown. Oh, that would be really good for Mel. Let's give that to Mel, for sure. Okay, 204 for that, and then, let's see, 165 short for that. Ugh. Damn it. Don't move, Seth, you'll open the wound right up. You idiot. You'll hang for this. Seth, you've gotten strong. Stronger than I ever... I didn't want this. I don't want you to die. The crown needs good men like you to weather the storm. Just hang on, Seth. If this friend of yours, if he's really so important to you, then find him. Don't you dare die until you've finished what you've started. Seth. Oh, God. Well, this is a goddamn mess. Listen up, folks. Bar's closed. Finish your drinks if you got the stomach for 'em still, then best clear out. Well, now, Jess. Looks like they found you. Seems so. That damn spoiled brat just hates to lose. If he only were as fanatical about running his kingdom as he is finding his deserters. Seth was captain of the Royal Guard. Why on earth did you warrant such attention? Why send such a person after you? Gods, of course. It's so obvious. He's not the spymaster, you are. Don't know what you're talking about. Oh, I see. Of course. You're the former spymaster of the king. Jafar didn't say why you left. He probably had no idea. You left the service of the crown against their wishes. That's why you're guilty of treason. Come with us. And why the hell should I do that? Good for you, you figured out my secret. Now I gotta go and start all over again. You're lucky I don't get you killed after blabbing to all these folks. I'm sorry. It seems like a lot of secrets are coming out today. But if they found you here, they'll find you again. Sounds like you already need to pack your things. Yeah, and I'm grateful and all that you helped take him out, but I don't know you. What do you want with me? We're looking for a friend. He's gone missing and we don't know where to look for him. We need information and it sounds like you know how to get it. Maybe. I mean, yeah, I can definitely help you, but again, why should I? What's in it for me? If nothing else, we could keep you safe and hidden. If the crown is looking for you, we could offer you safe haven. Besides, is it really better than starting over on your own? We could use your skills. Shit. What a damn mess. Zach, the bar's yours. Look after her, alright? All my life, Jess. You take care of yourself. Don't let those bastards catch you. Never. Alright, I guess that's that. Where to? Thank you. Let's bury the fallen and get out of here. I promise you won't regret this. Nice place you got here. You sure this place is safe? We're on the outskirts of the province, and this keep had been long abandoned before we took over. I highly doubt anyone will come looking for you here. Honestly, that's not what worries me. We killed the captain of the Royal Guard. The crown won't take that lightly. I'm not so sure. You remember what that guy at the bar said? The crown hasn't responded to a lesson being taken. If the king has so little regard for his subjects, he may not even care about the Royal Guard. Nah, he'll take this personally. Not sure what he's doing about Alestin, but you broke one of his toys. He'll be pissed when he hears about it. But it'll be at least a week before he realizes that the man he sent ain't coming back. By then, the witnesses will be long gone. Zach and the regulars won't sell me out, so you probably got nothing to worry about. I'm already wanted for treason. If the blame for their deaths is put on me, it makes no difference. The crown don't know a thing about you. As I said, there's little reason to search out here, and we can control who goes in or out. You should be safe. And if protecting you protects us in turn, we'll do all we can to keep you hidden. Well, then count me in. I'll reach out to some of my old spies and see what information they can feed me. I still got some dead drops I can use to get updates and jobs without letting anybody know where I am. Question is, what do you want to know? Why were you looking for me? We've lost a friend. He was taken away by Dracula and Vlad, but we have no idea where. We're trying to get him back, assuming he's still alive. If killing was their goal, they wouldn't have bothered to take him away. He's still alive, Lionel, I'm sure of it. Damn, those old bones are moving again? They've been damn near silent for the last century. Information is my specialty, and the Crown's been tracking those two since well before I was born. But since I left the palace, I've been busy keeping out of the public eye. I haven't heard much about their recent moves. You got anywhere to start? Maybe. We went to Alestin and found a vampire there. He told us that Dracula was behind the fall of Alestin, and the vampire, he went by the name of Carlos D'Amico. Damn. I knew there were vampires among the D'Amicos, but I didn't think they was working for Dracula. Sounds like you should look into them. Oh yes, I'm sure Lord and Lady D'Amico would be thrilled to chat with the people who killed their son. Who said anything about talking? If the D'Amicos helped take Alestin, then they're our enemy. I say you go kill a lot of them. And if they're working for Dracula, they might know where your friend is. If Dracula's taking people away, he's got to be taking them somewhere. Someone's got to know where. Besides, the Crown ain't done nothing to stop the vampires. Alestin fell and the king hasn't done jack shit. Even if he knows the D'Amicos are behind it, I doubt he'll declare a war on them. It's actually part of why I left. Ever since the brat took the throne, I got fed up with him. He wants to run this kingdom to the ground, I ain't having any part of it. So it's off to the D'Amico estate then? I'm not sure how I feel about this. I know what you mean. If we're walking into vampire territory, we may not walk out. This isn't like Alestin. This is their home. But at least it's a lead, right? If the D'Amicos know where Brutus was taken, we have to try and get that information out of them. I'm not saying we shouldn't, just that we should be very careful. Exactly. I don't fancy the idea of taking on an entire province of vampires. Maybe we can try diplomacy first to get close to them. I doubt it'll go very far, but it'll be better than going in blades first. I'll have a hell of a fight getting out. I'll want to go prepared, bring a couple fire weapons at least. Agreed. Let's make sure we're properly equipped and set out when we're ready. Saw a bar on the main floor when we first got here. I'll head down there and set up. I'll put out feelers and see if I can find anything else for you, but I may have other smaller jobs for you if you got time for them. Thank you, Jess. Or do you prefer Jessica? Jess is fine. All my friends call me that. Well, Jess it is then. We're all friends here. I was wondering where you'd gone. May I join you? Talk to me, Lionel. Tell me what's wrong. Have you ever killed a friend? Several. Leston was full of them. They may have been thralls, but I still recognized many of them. God, I guess you're right. I've been carrying that burden this whole time. That kind of strength is admirable. What about you? What's weighing on you? Seth was like a brother to me back in my soldier days. The man from the bar. The soldier. Yeah. He was my commanding officer. I served under him for 2 years. He taught new recruits how to fight. Everything I've learned came from him. He ran his units well. He always taught teamwork. You never left your friends to die. He taught me how to treat wounds just as much as how to swing a sword. And I killed him. Oh, Lionel. But that's not all, is it? Is it about what you shared earlier? Your reasons for deserting? 4 years ago, I was assigned an important mission. I was to escort a diplomat from the desert nation out west to the capital. The most direct route was through the Lyre Forest. We met with the diplomat at the border, just past the forest. She was just a girl, maybe 20. We began to escort her through the forest, but the forest got the best of you. When we went to the Lyre Forest, you warned us about the sprites and how they can trick you into getting lost. And then you were ambushed by vampires. We were overwhelmed. I was at the rear guard and I could see my entire unit getting slaughtered before me. The girl was behind me, and I pushed her in front. I knew we would never make it, and I just... Oh, Lionel. You didn't. I didn't even look back. I just ran and ran while she screamed. I'm alive today because of it, and sometimes I wish I wasn't. I was a coward. I'm worse than a coward. I never returned to the capital. I knew I'd be hanged for my failure. And I've spent every day since then regretting my decisions. I've tried to do everything in my power to stop more people from dying. And now I've killed the very person who made me what I am. What have I done, Mel? Lionel, you are not a bad man. Lionel, look at me. No. Lionel, you are not a bad man. We've all done horrible things. That doesn't make us bad people. Look at yourself. A bad man would not carry the weight of his choices the way you do. The fact that you are hurting this much over your past choices tells me that you are not a bad person. Hold your head high, Lionel. You're alive today. That's what matters. And if you died in that forest, I'm sure I would be dead now too. You've saved my life more times than I can count. That's worth something. You're too kind to me, Mel. You're incredible, you know that? I know how much it hurts. To know that people you loved are dead by your hand. It's crushing. But we're in this together, alright? We're in this together. I'm here for you just as much as you are for me. Let's get through this, okay? Mel. Okay. Let's face forward and keep moving. We'll have time to bury our demons when all this is over. And that is the end of the demo for Thrall. Now, there is more we can do, and I think we're actually going to save it for another episode. Huh. Are we missing? I thought there were soldiers here, and they're not there right now, and I don't know why. Okay, well, maybe I screwed something up. I'll double check. What? We don't need any more firewood? I'm just practicing cutting off the heads of those animals. Our keep has grown significantly, though. Now, let me take a look here. Okay, so Jess has something to say. When I heard Jessica quit her old bar, I had to find out where she went. Nobody serves a better drink than her. How the hell did you find us? Guess that means I'm fighting for you now. We literally are trying to keep her hidden. How did you find us? I may need to change his dialogue, because that doesn't really add up. Oh, Lucille's got a job for us. Anyone else down here? No? No? Okay. Okay. Davenport has some stuff for us. Nothing crazy, nothing amazing. Not by the looks of it. I mean, that amped axe maybe, but 77 accuracy? No, not enough. Sell all our stuff. Let's see what Emily's got for us. Bonus XP armor I prefer to avoid if I can. No, nothing crazy. We want to keep that robust circlet, but the rest we can sell. And then who did we say we were going to give that to? Mel? Yeah, there we go. Bonus defense, bonus resistance, less evasion, more health, no regen though. I still want to keep that regen. I don't think we need to worry too much about the stats. How many materials do we have? 62. We could craft a rare or something or other. Heal mushroom, golden key. I think we might actually be good for golden keys now. What am I talking about? We never are good for golden keys. We always want golden keys. There we go. Anything we can appraise? No. But let's increase our capacity. We could definitely use more items, weapons, armors in our backpack. I don't think we need more in the storage right now, but you know what? Let's increase it to 14 for each of them. So, spent a good chunk of gold there. We could actually increase them all to 16 as well, but that'll spend pretty much every penny we have. Unless we have some more stashed? No, we don't. So, I think we will not upgrade them all just yet. And I think that's really all we need to worry about. We are... Yeah, okay, so now we can carry up to 14 items, 14 weapons, 14 armors in our backpack. That's going to help us get more loot, sell more stuff. So there really isn't anything left in the demo at this point. But there is one optional side mission that we can still do for Lucille. I'm going to save that for next episode, though, because there are other things we can do as well. And I will kind of showcase that a little bit here. So we're going to talk to Jess, see what she's got to say. What can I get for you? Jobs, pain, or talk? Let's just talk to her. Hello, Jess. How are you? Are you finding everything okay? Hey, Mel. Yeah, this place has got just about everything I need. That Jafar guy's helping out, too. As long as he keeps bringing in supplies, I can keep making drinks. It's good to hear. What about your contacts? You mentioned you had ways of getting information without revealing your whereabouts. How are you managing that? Oh yeah, it's easy. Working as a spymaster for the Crown, I made a lot of connections. They worked for me, not the Crown. I can still get info from them, no problem. I send out messages to most of my main contacts. They'll leave jobs and information at some dead drops I assigned, then I just send somebody to pick them up. I got a system in place. That's wonderful. It sounds like you're very well organized. You gotta be in my line of work. Of course. Say, do you mind if I ask you something personal? Go for it, hon. Where's your accent from? I've never met someone who talks the way you do. Oh, that. Yeah, I ain't from here. I'm actually from overseas. What? There are nations across the ocean. Of course there are. You think you're the only things on this rock? You know, I'd rather not go into it if you don't mind. Think we could chat about that later? Sure. I have so many questions, but they can wait. Thanks, Anne. Now, how about a drink? Okay. And let's see what she's got to offer. Let's start with jobs. Looking for some extra work, eh? Yeah, I might have something. So I hear a lot of rumors. If I hear of a job that I think needs doing, I'll post it on the job board. You can take whatever jobs you want. But I don't want you getting overwhelmed, so if I think you're taking too many, I'll stop you. I think 4 jobs at a time should be enough. But I'll include whatever you're doing outside as well. If you got a main goal, I'm going to count that as one of your 4 jobs. You get me? I need to change that. It's more than 4 now. I think it's up to 7. Don't feel bad if you can't finish a job. You can always put it back on the job board and I'll hand it off to someone else. It's a good idea to take jobs in the same location. That way you can do more than one at a time. Once you finish a job, I'll reward you when you get back to the keep. Anyway, I'll have new jobs every time you come back to the keep, so check it back often. These are all the jobs I got for now. Okay, so this is how we can actually earn more gold and just explore some of the dungeons we visited before without necessarily doing the story missions. So, yeah, we can have up to 7 jobs. We've got our story mission pretty much always at the top. We can't get rid of that. But there's I think, yeah, 4 mission types right now. I might add more later. But we've got delivery, retrieval, kill, and rescue. Delivery, you have to actually deliver a specific item. So for this one, we have to deliver a requested heal mushroom to the 6th floor of Aleston. And for that, you need to bring the mushroom with you. You need to already have it in your inventory. And it can be anything. Like there's another one here that's deliver a warp nut to the 3rd floor of Aleston. For retrieval, you have to find a special item. That one is simply like there is an item on that floor that is a MacGuffin. It's just there to pick up so that you can take it back. Now, the only tricky thing about that is that if you find it on, say, the 4th floor, but you've got a job on the 7th floor, you have to keep it in your inventory. So you have to make space for it, and you cannot get rid of it, because if you pick it up but then lose it before you finish the job, you fail the job. Kill in the Shrouded Peaks. Basically, that's just kill a hiding vampire. It's just find a target and kill him. And then rescue is find a missing person. That's just find a person in one of the dungeons. So fetch quest with a kill, fetch quest, but you have to keep the item until the end of the dungeon. Reverse fetch quest. Delivery quest. Nothing super fancy, but it lets you go through some of the dungeons you've already visited before. Now, yeah, it's typically a good idea to take a bunch of missions in the same place. So we've got 4 missions in the Lyre Forest here, 1 in the Bloodstone Mine, 2 in the Shrouded Peaks, 2 in Aleston. So, 5 in the Lyre Forest. So let's see if we can do that. So retrieval, find the special item. Oh, and the rewards as well, that's another thing. So this one will reward us with an uncommon armor. This rewards us with gold, uncommon armor, uncommon item, uncommon armor, uncommon item, a rare item, uncommon weapon, and uncommon armor. So let's go with retrieval in the Lyre Forest, and when you take a mission, it opens up that envelope to show that it's active. Kill, retrieval, rescue. And let's just make sure, let's see, 1st floor, 3rd floor, 6th floor, 2nd floor, 4th floor. So 1, let's just sort these by floor number. So floor 1, 2, 3, 4, and 6. There we go. No deliveries, so we don't have to make sure we have the right items. Yep. And there's our missions. So now, when we go to Lyre Forest, we can basically clear these all out. I'll probably actually just showcase that now, and then we'll call the episode there. But one more thing I'll do. Pain. What is pain? What's wrong? Things getting too easy for you? Alright, I might be able to help. I got a list that might interest you. It's a bit hard to explain, so I'll just let you look at it. If you're finding it too easy out in the places you go, try checking some things off this list. The list will make things harder for you, but it's worth it. You'll find better rewards while you're out and about for each thing you check off the list. Anyway, I've yapped about enough. Why don't you take a look? This is the pain menu, and this is one of my favorite systems in Thrall. So before I really fully explain this, who among you have played Hades? If you have, you're probably aware of the Pact of Punishment. The Pact of Punishment is a difficulty menu that becomes available after you've cleared your first run that allows you to change the difficulty by adjusting various settings. You can make enemies stronger, you can make them faster, you can give them some damage immunity, you can change how boss fights work, you can give armored foes more, traits and things like that. You can change how mini-bosses work. You can set a timer for the run. Like, there's all sorts of different settings you can change in Hades. And what I loved about that is that if there's a specific part of the game where it's like, you know what, this just isn't challenging enough, I'm going to up this a little bit, you can do that. If you feel like enemies aren't hitting hard enough and it's like, no, this is too easy, well, just make them hit you a little bit harder. This is very much inspired by that. So the pain menu allows you to adjust difficulty settings the way that you want to. So if you don't think enemies are hitting hard enough, give them more firepower. You can increase enemy damage by up to 20, 40, or 60%. You can give enemies more health. You can give enemies increased defense and dexterity, so they'll hit faster and they'll take more hits. You can give them invincible, so they actually don't take damage for a certain number of hits. So for example, if I set this up to 3, the first 3 hits on each enemy will do no damage. And so the status elements will still deal damage, but the actual hits from weapons and skills don't do anything. So this incentivizes you to change your playstyle to more rapid hits. Like if you have a sword, a multi-sword that can hit 4 times with a flurry might actually be a really good weapon because you can rip down their shield in a single turn. Whereas slower single turn hits probably aren't going to be as effective. Spears as well are really good with drive because you can hit every enemy all at once. Monsters I'll get to in a second. Blood price, when you proceed through a dungeon, like to proceed to the next floor, it costs HP, like max a percent of the max HP of the of each person in the party. So, you know, at 10%, everyone has to spend 10% of their HP to progress through the dungeon. And if you can't spend that, you cannot progress. So you either have to find some healing items, get some regen, or do something to make sure that you have enough health to proceed through the dungeon. This one I may change, because sometimes it can actually be a little bit broken. But yeah, there's that. Horde sets the minimum number of enemies per encounter, so the more you increase it, okay, now every single encounter is going to have a minimum of 4 enemies. You know, if every time you face Thralls, there's going to be 4 of them. Every time you face Goblins, there's going to be 4 of them. Every time you face Bats, there's going to be at least 4, but there could be up to 6. Suffocate sets a time limit per dungeon floor. Now, the timer is set at the start of the dungeon. So, for example, if I turn it all the way up, let's say, okay, the Bloodstone Mine has 5 floors. You get 1 minute times 5, so 5 minutes to clear that entire dungeon. And the timer does continue through battles. Abyss increases the amount of floors that the dungeon has, 20, 40, 60%. So with this at 60%, then the Bloodstone Mine, instead of having 5 floors, it'll have 8 floors. Famine, healing items restore less HP, so at 40%, you know, normally an orange would restore 50% of your health. Now it'll only restore 30%. You know, whatever the total number of health it restores is, that gets reduced by 40%. And then Monstrous. Bosses present new and unique challenges. This is one that I want to showcase next episode, and we're actually going to go through all the dungeons again. We're going to face all the bosses again with Monstrous turned on to see what that does. What it actually does is it takes the bosses in each dungeon and fundamentally changes them. If they have some new unique trait or something. Some of them, maybe they just get a little bit of a, you know, maybe they have a buff at the start of the battle that you have to work around to begin with. Maybe there's extra enemies that you have to fight at the same time. Maybe they get new abilities. There's one boss in particular that I'll save for last that completely changes as a result of this. But this menu, the pain menu, lets you change difficulty settings however you want. In addition, the rewards change. So at the bottom there, you can see plus 0% gold, plus 0% loot, plus 0% the funky colored weapon, and times 0 shards. So if I turn these up, for each pain, you get plus 10% gold from like item drops and things like that, plus 1% drop chance for like enemies, so enemy loot, there's a plus 1% chance of dropping that, and it increases up by 1% each time. Plus 2% rarity per pain, so for example, you know, if you find a green weapon, there's basically a 2% chance that it will be a blue weapon instead, and again, that increases with each level. And then the shards, you notice that one isn't changing yet. That's because we have not met our pain threshold. Pain threshold, we can increase these up to 5. Once we've met the pain threshold, that shard one turns to times 5. However, if we go over our threshold, those rewards do not increase any further. So the threshold is as high as you can go before the rewards stop increasing. The way this works is that if you clear a boss in a dungeon while you have at least 5 pains set, there is a chance, based on how many floors are in the dungeon, that that enemy will drop an item called a shard. So the shorter the dungeon, the smaller the chance that the boss will drop a shard. The longer the dungeon, the more the chance. I think it's 3% per floor. So a 5-floor dungeon means that a boss has a 15% chance of dropping a shard, whereas a 30-floor dungeon has a 90% chance of dropping a shard. The level of the boss determines the level of the shard, and the potency of the shard is determined by your pain settings. So how this works is that a shard is a unique consumable item that can be used to permanently augment either a weapon or armor, dependent on what type of shard you get. There's, I think, 7 or 8. Yeah, there's 8 different shards, and each one corresponds with a different stat. So, for example, a red shard will increase the HP stat of an armor, and using that will permanently augment that armor to get increased HP. You can only augment something with 1 shard, and it's locked there permanently, so you can't do it over and over to get overpowered stuff. And the level of the shard is determined by the boss, and then the potency basically is saying, okay, this is how much that this level of shard will increase a stat by, but the potency of the shard multiplies that by how many pains you have active. So at times 5, it's, a level 5 shard at potency 5. And once you get a shard from a boss at or above your threshold, your pain threshold will increase. And then you increase these even further, and you can get better rewards, better potency shards, and every time you find a shard at your max threshold, it will increase. This is one of the most complex and fun systems in Thrall. When you really understand it, it is very fun, and it opens the doors to a lot of really, really cool strategies, and just makes it more challenging. So if you're not having an easy time with, or if you're having too easy of a time with the game, you can change that. I am in love with this system, but it is very complex. I don't expect most players to understand it right away. My advice to new players is, you know what, when you get access to this, just adjust some settings until you hit your threshold, and then see how that does for you. So it's like, oh, you know what, okay, we'll give enemies a little more health and a little more damage. We'll set the minimum number of enemies to 2. We'll add a couple more floors, and healing items can restore a little bit less. I'm not really using a lot of them. Great, okay, I'm at 5 pains. We'll leave it at that. And now when you go into the dungeon, all those pain settings will be available, and you can actually, all those pain settings will be triggered, and you can actually start reaping the rewards of that. And then once you do, as you increase your threshold, you'll start to see the benefits a little bit more. The shards are more of a late game thing, because at this low of a level, their potency is not really strong enough to offer a significant bonus. But it's a good way to kind of ease into it. And now that we have that menu equipped, we can actually just press the Q key anywhere and see that pain menu. We cannot adjust it from anywhere. We can only adjust the pains from Jess, but this allows us to at least see what we have active. And then when we go to talk to Jess, then we can actually change these. So we will work with the pain menu next episode, and we will... So next episode we'll explore the pain menu a little more. We will take the mission from Lucille, and we will also go through with Monstrous active and clear all the remaining bosses. But before we do that, you know what? Let's go to the Lyre Forest. We're over-leveled, so we can just use auto-kill to run through the dungeon. And we will just run through these little optional objectives just to show you what they're like. And then we'll call the episode there. So let's leave the Hall of Keep. Let's go to the Lyre Forest. reach destination floor. What is our objective? Find the missing person. Okay. And I mean, we'll... Oh, wow. Really? Oh, level 14. Okay, it's not bad. Yeah, that's good for Mel. Technically, the cooldown is ideal, but... Nope, you can have that. I just realized Mel is wearing all black. That's kind of cool. You know, let's have Mel be the party leader for now. Oh, there's that missing person. Please, help me get out of here. Successfully rescued the civilian. Job complete. Would you like to leave the dungeon now? No. So every time you clear an objective, you'll be prompted to, you know, if you want to, you can cut the dungeon short right there. This system is inspired by the Mystery Dungeon series, particularly I love Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Red Rescue Team. I played so much. And while I didn't necessarily love everything about that game, I thought it was cool how much replayability there was with the job system. We've reached destination floor. We are trying to kill the hiding vampire, so let's see if we can find a vampire somewhere on this floor. Not really seeing anyone yet. The auto kill will work at least for all these enemies. Oh, there he is. And these are level 16, so these guys will always scale to our level no matter what. And these particular new bloods, the ones that you find in the during the mission, will be wearing these kind of robes instead of the outfits specific to the dungeon. No, I don't want to leave. Okay, so we've cleared 2. Find the missing person on the 3rd floor. Oh, there's a chest over there. Let's go get that. Okay, money. Alright. Reach the destination floor. Oh dear. There we go. Okay, he's been saved. No, we're not gonna leave. Next one is find the special item on the Lyre Forest 4th floor. So I think the only mission that we're not going to get to see here in the Lyre Forest right now is the delivery mission, but that's fine. Reach the destination floor. Serrated short sword and a shield. We'll just grab those. Okay, so we need to find the special item. So normally there's all these red bags. Which I actually just realized, you know what, I should maybe showcase something. Those red bags actually do change. Oh, okay, here's that special item. Package, special item requested by Jessica. We'll grab that. No, we don't want to leave. And yep, so that's in our inventory now. We just need to hang on to that until the end of the dungeon. I'll just show something real quick. We're going to go to... Exit without saving. We're going to turn on a colorblind mode, and I'll show you why. Because when colorblind mode is active, there are some changes that take place on the overworld, such as those red bags are now a dark blue. They just tend to stand out a little bit more. They blend in with the surrounding environment a little less. Same with these chests. Those are now blue. Weakening rod. Oh, and actually, for that matter, the comparison box changes from green to blue as well. So now instead of a green box for good and red box for bad, it's blue and red. Just a little bit more colorblind friendly in that sense. Just figured I'd show that while I was thinking about it. Ooh! Okay, we've got a gold chest here. Yeah, the colorblind mode only changes the sprites of the chest when the floor loads. What floor are we on? 5. We have a golden key, yes? Yeah, and we've got lots at the base, so let's open this. Oh, that's amazing. Okay, we got our first legendary weapon. That is fantastic. Okay, let's just check this necklace first. Nothing amazing there. An offensive rock. Doesn't let you jump over pits. So with this, if I'm not mistaken, the legendary effect with this is that it always has the fast accessory and has the fastest base dexterity of any weapon in the game. But just being a legendary weapon means it also has ridiculous stats. Anyone who uses this is going to make good use of it. But it is a sword, so I'm thinking that is going to be for Lionel. Oh yeah. Oh, that's beautiful. Lionel has his sword skills, yeah? Yeah, he does. He's got increased damage, crit chance. Yeah. Okay. That is amazing. So yeah, slight accuracy penalty, who cares? He's got bonus crit, the fast accessory, way higher damage, like 11 higher is a lot higher, but then 76 dexterity compared to 44. That's insane. Heck yeah, we're absolutely going to use that. And I think we're actually going to give Mel the Royal. You know, as good as the Disorienting Spear is, I'm actually liking finding lots of loot here. Okay, so you know what? We're going to turn off auto kill, just to give this a test. Bring it. So with that fast accessory, Lionel's always going to move first. And he hits like a hammer. Oh yeah. There's one more thing about this weapon that is worth looking at as well, which is that every legendary weapon comes with its very own unique overdrive. Double hammer and a healthy shield. Okay. So let's see if we can charge up Lionel's overdrive and demonstrate that. Okay, good. So he's got his overdrive. Let's see what that does. Mach speed. So first off, he's got the epic rarity sword overdrive, blitz, 3 attacks that deal 133% damage. So I think it's basically the equivalent of 1 attack doing 4 times damage. Mach speed, 2 attacks at 200% damage that never miss. So you deal basically 4 times the amount of damage, and you are guaranteed to hit. Let's just try it. Nice. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's a nice sword. I'm happy about that. Okay, but we don't need, we can turn auto kill back off now. Or back on. Okay, what do we need? We need to find the special item on this floor. It should be visible. There it is. And that's our last objective. Yes, it is. Grab the package. Job complete. Would you like to leave the dungeon now? Yes. Yes, we want to leave. Good work saving that civilian. Here's your reward. We've got a heavy knife. Okay, well, we'll just take it. Confine me if you need more work. And nice work. That's one less vampire in the world. Here's your reward. Grounded helm. Okay. Confine me if you need more work. Good work saving that civilian. Here's your reward. Resistant hat. Okay. Confine me if you need more work. Back. Did you get the package? We delivered one of the packages. Nice. Here's your reward. 350 gold. Very nice. And you're back. Did you get the package? We delivered the other package. Nice. Here's your reward. An apple. Very nice. That's a good healing item. Is that it? I believe that's it. And yeah, we delivered both the packages. Okay, that was very successful. I'm actually really happy that we managed to accomplish all that. I am gonna have to call this episode here. I just want to quickly check the shops. Okay, yeah. So I gotta call this episode right now. I've got some stuff that I just need to take care of right away here. So I'm gonna end this recording, but next time on Thrall, we will complete an optional objective for Lucille, and we will explore a little bit more of that pain menu. So thanks for tuning in, and I will see you next time.